Welcome back to my page. As always, big shout out to all my followers and everyone that supports me by watching my videos. I really appreciate that. So the first thing that stood out to me trimming this cow is you can see that left heel looks normal and healthy, and that right heel looks pretty dark and spotty, and the heel bulb actually looks almost decompressed. That tells me right away there's a 90% chance that something's going on with that claw. First things first though, I want to trim both claws up to the right length, depth, and width before I even tackle this problem. You can see right here, I just barely touched her on the heel, and I didn't nip her too far or trim too far down on her. That was just a pocket of pus and blood mixture that was released when I touched it. Normally something like that would not happen, so as soon as that blood and pus came out, I knew instantly she's going to need a block. Now that she's cleaned up and trimmed down pretty good, I can start to dig into this problem and see what's going on. Right away on this first knife swipe, I could see bubbles come out, and that tells me that pressure was released and there's going to be a pocket inside. Now what's next is I need to open up that cavity and remove any and all loose hoof horn and open it up the best I can so that it can grow in and heal properly. Now it's time to set up for the block. Right now the tool I'm using is called a rasp, and what this does is it roughs up this claw so that the glue sticks better to it and that it stays on long enough and doesn't fall off before it's time. The last thing I want is this block falling off before she has time to heal. That means she's just going to start getting lame fast if it falls off, and then I have to come back in and do this all over again. Some trimmers use wood blocks, and we still have some for farmers that prefer that, but I prefer to do rubber blocks. These are flexible and provide a lot of cushion for the cow when she walks, and these rubber blocks won't wear down as fast as wood will. I'm trying to go as slow and smooth as I can, trying not to cause the cow any further pain than she's already feeling, and the reason I keep pushing on it is to see how deep that cavity is and how far I need to go. You may notice the deeper I go, she starts to bleed a little bit more. That's because I'm getting closer to the corium and the live flesh. Right now I'm just spraying on a little antibacterial solution just to make sure everything's staying clean. You can see right here as I push on it, there's still bubbles coming out, and that tells me I need to dig a little bit deeper and get to that cavity still. Again, I'm just trying to pick away this hoof horn slowly so that I'm not digging into any live flesh and cause unnecessary pain. Everything I'm cutting away here will grow back, approximately 1/4 of an inch every month. I'm trying to wipe it down as I go to again keep it clean, but also let you guys know what's going on so you can see it a little bit better. You may notice when I push on it here, there's no bubbles coming out. I don't see too much more of a gap left, and that tells me I finally reached the base of the cavity. You can see how my knife slid through that flesh like butter. All this flesh is just rotted away. You can see it's not bleeding or anything. It's all rotten tissue that needs to be removed. And this definitely explains why her heel bulb on this claw was so weird. Cows develop problems like this because of standing too long, and then they start to bruise from the inside out, and then it swells up and then it finds a way to exit, which would be on the heel of this claw. This is normally caused from too long of walks to the parlor, or uncomfortable bedding where they don't want to lay down, they'd rather stand, or from being too hot. A cow will stand up to cool down when she's too warm. Farmers try to combat this by placing rubber mats on their walks to the parlor and try to provide the softest bedding that they can, and when they're too warm, they often provide fans throughout the whole barn. They do anything to try to make these cows as comfortable as they can and encourage them to lay down and get off their feet whenever possible. Now that I've got all that hoof horn cleared away, I wrap it with iodine mixed with salicylic acid, which is like an aspirin for pain and swelling, and then a little bit of cotton for some cushion, and this wrap will stay on 1 to 2 days until the farmer takes it off. Most of their weight is going to be on the center sole or the toe of the foot, and this was up on the heel, so this cow should have no problem healing up in just a couple weeks' time. Now she's good to go and live her life. Go grab food, water, whatever she needs, hopefully lay down and get off her feet, but I hope she's walking better from here on out. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.